Hi, this is Casey Jackson. I've had several people reach out and ask me to respond again to the COVID crisis and put it in the context with the communication and awareness that I have on how people deal with crisis. What we do know is when we're in a crisis situation, our brain, our caveman part of our brain, that primal part of our brain, goes into a fight, flight, or freeze perspective. And when you think about it, if we're under emotional stress or financial stress, we're going to be in a fight, flight, or freeze perspective, just get stuck and not know what to do. As a human being, it's perfectly fine to acknowledge the stress or the pressure that we're feeling, the fear that we may have. But we have the capacity to engage our rational, our logical thinking. That is where our executive functioning is at, where our coping skills and problem solving skills, we can access those resources. It's the CEO of our brain who can make better decisions. So we want to be mindful. We want to be able to access our faith, our perspective, our logic, and be able to find out what things do we have control over. What we know is we can't always control the outcome. We can't always do that. But we do have control over our perspective, our choices, and our behaviors. So we want to be able to take that deep breath, acknowledge the fear or stress that we may be under, and try to engage who do I want to be? How do I want to behave? What choices do I have control over? How do I want to proceed to line up with the best potential outcome? So while we do not have control over the outcome, we do have control over our choices. We can acknowledge the fear, that fight, flight, freeze perspective, but we also want to engage that rational, logical part of our brain to make sure that our behavior, what we do have control over, our choices, do line up with what our values and our core beliefs are. And that is your MI Minute.